Caitlin Clark, Reggie Miller, Oscar Robertson among those in crowd for Game 3 of NBA Final. Indianapolis, AP. Caitlin Clark wasn't going to miss the NBA Finals, taking a baseline seat to cheer on the Indiana Pacers on Wednesday night. The WNBA star, wearing a yellow t-shirt emblazoned with the fame in 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana saying along the Finals logo, was seated with Indiana Fever teammates Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Howard for the game, in the same end of the floor as the Pacers bench. The Pacers were taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. It was the first Indiana home game in the NBA's title series since 2000. Among the other Indiana basketball royalty at the game, Hall of Famers Oscar Robertson and Reggie Miller, both seated near the court as well, along with Mark Jackson, Dale Davis, and many other former Pacers. Former Indianapolis Colts star Edgerrin James also was among those in the crowd. And plenty of auto racing stars were at the game as well, including Alex Palou, the winner of this year's Indianapolis 500. He arrived for the game in a pace car from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which was lit up in gold for the evening as a Pacers tribute. Clark and the Fever have been regular attendees at Pacers games during this playoff run when their schedule allows. The Fever don't play again until Saturday at home against the defending WNBA champion New York Liberty. Clark has been sidelined with a thigh injury, but it's possible she returns to the lineup on Saturday. The spotlight bathed the hardwood in golden light as Game 3 of the NBA Finals roared into life in a sold-out arena. The energy buzzed in the air like static before a storm. Miami and Denver were locked in a battle of grit and grace, but on this particular night, the real story unfolded not on the court, but around it. In row A, behind the scorer's table, sat a constellation of basketball royalty. Caitlin Clark, the collegiate sensation whose deep threes and fearless drives had turned her into a household name, sat poised and attentive, her sharp eyes tracking every play like a student studying her future. Just 2 seats down, Reggie Miller lounged in effortless coolness, arms crossed, recalling his own legacy of clutch shots and impossible comebacks. And beside him, like a monument to basketball's past and a symbol of timeless excellence, was Oscar Robertson. The big of himself, dignified, thoughtful, watching with the gaze of a man who's seen the game evolve from radio days to billion-dollar prime time. They were all here, not just as spectators, but as echoes of the game's past, present, and future. Whispers from the past. Oscar leaned slightly toward Reggie. You ever imagined the finals would look like this? Lights, drones, 8K replays? Reggie chuckled. Back in '94, we didn't even have proper replay angles. And you? I mean, was the three-point line even a thing yet? Oscar's face curled into a half-smile. They added it too late for me, but I didn't need it. My range was an art. Caitlin leaned in, her voice respectful but curious. Oscar, when you played, how did you find your rhythm without the arc? Everything now seems built around spacing and the three. Oscar nodded thoughtfully. It was all about positioning, angles, timing. We moved the ball, rid the defense, and cut with purpose. You had to earn every inch. Reggie smirked. Now you just pull up from the logo like Caitlin here. Caitlin grinned. I blame you, Reggie. You made shooting look fun and merciless. I just took it up a notch. The three laughed, and for a moment, time folded in on itself, eras blending together over shared love for the game. The game within the game. On the court, Jamal Murray danced through defenders like a jazz solo, slicing, stepping back, firing. His movement triggered something in Caitlin. He plays like he's composing, she whispered, almost to herself. Reggie nodded. That's the rhythm I'm talking about. He doesn't just score. He tells a story with the ball. Oscar, still upright, eyes narrowed, added, but notice how the fundamentals are still the same. Pivot foot, spacing, vision. No matter how flashy it gets, the game speaks the same language. Suddenly, the arena erupted. Murray had drained a contested three at the buzzer of the third quarter, and the fans leaped up in a frenzy. Caitlin clapped, but her mind was elsewhere. It's wild, she murmured, half to Reggie. A few years ago, I was just a kid watching games like this on TV. Now I'm sitting here, next to legends. Reggie turned toward her, eyes sincere. And one day there will be some kid sitting courtside next to you saying the same thing. Oscar nodded. That's the beauty of the game. It carries us forward. Reflections in glass. At halftime, the three were ushered into a VIP lounge overlooking the court. A wall-length panel of glass reflected not just their faces, but their legacies.